Welcome to another adventure of Philipp Thomsen. And today we'll be doing a patrols mission.
Dies sind die heutigen Aufträge vom BDU. Streng geheim.
Around the English coast. As we leave port, we do so with a fully loaded ship. We have radar technology and we have a snorkel, and we'll go to English water again. Within no time we sail to our patrol area. And there we do our first sighting of a group of pontoons, survivors from a ship that has been sunk just prior to our arrival. But this means that there can be a plane coming over anytime soon. So we'll have to leave the area as soon as possible. Further down we spot chimney smoke, and as we report in, we also receive a transmission from headquarters telling us to sink a ship. The Empire Tower. But first we'll deal with the chimney smoke we have inside here. We find two freighters which are not too heavily loaded, and we decide to sink the closest target, which also is carrying the most load. We have a clear shot. We're covered by darkness, so this should be a beautiful sight when the torpedo hits its target. It's a good hit. That was a nice sight, and now we'll leave the area and search for the transport. And we're plotting the northern course, although that's maybe the little bit more dangerous course, because that's shorter. But then we'll have to outrun this freighter. The freighter is in alarm state, so that's why it's going left and right. Port and stern, but as we have more speed, we are quickly out of its range, and we go back to travel mode. As we emerge, we're sailing clear daylight alongside the whole coast, and then all of a sudden a contrail has been sighted. A plane attack. Go for a crash dive. As you can see, our technical radio officer has operated the valves. He's close by. And now I hope we are soon enough underwater to avoid being hit by the depth charges. We have to sink another 60 meters in order to be protected from sonar. Although I never know if these planes have sonar. I guess not. But we escape the danger and go back to service. As we're closing in on the transport which has the precious technology, a new contrail has been sighted. This one is heading straight for us and we'll have to crash dive really soon. The aircraft is already incoming, firing at us. And although we're down, it's going to drop target, so we'll go in fast reverse in order to hope that it misses. It misses us with its depth charges. Most depth charges misses us, but we have some damage and we have one casualty. I immediately sent out, of course, Falcko to take care of the wounded. And as he's doing his craft work, some call him a witchcraft, but he stabilizes our sailor and he's now regenerating back to health. Although we have a casualty, he will survive. Our ship is still whole. It's not no leakage, so we can try to escape the area as the aircraft is already leaving. As we really go back to periscope depth, we know that we escaped death here. We danced on the small line. And the fate that we just escaped is the fate that we have in mind for the sailors on the convoy just ahead of us. As we close in, we find three freighters, of which two bear the resemblance to the Empire Tower. As I take position, I lose sight of some of the ships, meaning that I have to redo most of the sighting. But I'm taking a new position and a better angle in order to eliminate my target almost surgically, and then I'll see what's left for me. But because there was already one plane in the area, this might not be the time to be a hero. first hit is a direct sink, so that means that we have some time to pay some attention to the other targets. And this with only 3000 GRT is being hit and sustains serious damage immediately. Although an airplane was close by, we're still going to use the deck gun to shoot this one down. As the ship has caught fire, we can sail off knowing that it will sink. And that the crew survives, although not everyone will be able to say that. Meaning that we can return to our patrol area, finish our patrol and go back home. At least that was the idea. As we re-enter the patrol area, we find a new mission from HQ telling us to find another Empire Explorer ship, and as we already know, also sink it. We encounter some mats over the horizon, but we evade them in order to sink our target. And because of the formations the ship are sailing, we're taking a reposition in order to do a double shot, meaning that we're going to try to hit two ships at the same time. And with the distance between the ships, that is now possible. And yeah, we cannot let that Liberty with more than 7000 GRT go on. We're not in without a try. I quickly reposition the ship and then take another shot at our designated target, the Empire Explorer. And now let's see if this works. Although it's almost a perfect double shot, both ships only sustained minimal damage, meaning that we'll have to take more fire at them. And then of course now we prioritize our target first, and that's closest by. As you can see, I'm at a distance of only 400 meters. I have a nice hit, but again it's not finishing it off. I back up a little bit now even and take another fire. This turns it into a floating torch, meaning that it most likely will sink now, as soon as the crew abandons it. The Liberty ship is lying dead in the water. And we're even now trying to sink the other Empire Bell in order to get like a home run. Ship is being hit, but also minimal damage. I hit it a bit on the back. That's not the best point to hit a ship, but the second hit probably made a big hole, and it also sank. So with all three ships sunk, we can now go and leave the area as soon as possible before any more planes coming. During the attack with the depth charges, we did not sustain really much damage, although the radar is now not working anymore. We have no radar protection as we sail now above water, so maintaining a fully rested USO becomes a top priority, and sailing at night becomes more hazardous. As we come in open water across a transport, yeah, it would be foolish just going alongside just not to fire at it. And we do not let it escape, and in the end we sink it. But deck gun attacks are not why I play this game. As I have not accepted the end of the mission, we will receive extra credit for this sinking. We shoot another hole in the hull. Now we catch it, turn it on fire, and we'll know it will sink now soon enough. It's going down. We still have to cross the Bay of Biscay, which is quite treacherous in sense of airplane attacks. And there we already have it, another plane. Again, do quickly a crash dive. And although some players may find this like the coward approach, this is the way I, keep my crew alive, and we do not have to restart much because we got depth charged in open sea. Believe me, it has happened a lot when I started to play this game, and now it's something I'm good at avoiding, although I resurf it a little bit too quickly now because the contrail is back. And we again have to crash dive. So we stay deeply submerged for a while before we come back, and with the sun shining we're sailing towards Port La Rochelle. just before we reach port we have to take care of the last business, and that's calling in the mission complete. We've done 2 side missions, and I think über unsere letzte Patrol wird viel geredet auf BDU. See you at the next patrol, if we still make it.